Hey, welcome to this overview of the PMDG 777-200R. This is on FSX edition on Windows 8.1, so it's quite challenging to get this working, but now it's working and it looks beautiful. And you can see we're in Vancouver, so decided to take the Air Canada library. This blade is just beautifully rendered. If you look, detail is just amazing. We can go around here. It's quite good. So let's go back to the interior and let's go look inside the virtual cockpit. So there we go. Here it's got that, you know, typical brown look of the Boeing 777. Everything is beautifully rendered. You know, let's go get a little closer here. We can hear all the little clicks here for all the little buttons. They all sound different. We have the screen here, and we can do little pop-ups here, and you know, here on the screen. And then we have the FMC. Now I've already done my route here. Use EFAS, so I'm ready to go. Let's go look here. You can actually look inside to, let's go look at the overhead panel here. It's beautifully rendered. And then let's go look at the lower panel, which is, you know, usually when you go out and initiate the plane. So here you can see all the little buttons. It's well detailed, and we can go pretty close, and you see it's beautiful. It's a lot of work has been done here. So alright, so let's get ready to go and take off. This is all good, so I should be able here. I'm already set up. I got my little screen here, so we're gonna go off a vector, and then we're gonna catch up on YVR. So let's just get the little map here running on my second screen, and I'm ready to go. So I'm just gonna take off the parking brake and just put on some power here. Flaps. Here we go. And then we're going to initialize our autopilot. There we go. We can let go of the control. It's just complaining their speed is a little slow, but that's okay. So what we're going to do here, we're going to tell the plane to go to our YVR point that I had set up. Let's see here, it should accelerate. So while we're doing this, let's go just look on the outside. It's just beautiful. Fantastic. We have the mountain in the back here, so the other side we get to see here. As you can see, you know, it's a beautiful airplane. It does take a lot of tweak and Flight Simulator X to get it working at a decent frame rate. I did use the website that allowed me to tweak the FSX.co2 for me. So I'm running around 20 frames per second right now, and I'm over the city. That should climb to 30-35. It's pretty smooth. I have no stuttering, so I'm fairly happy here. As let's go look at our navigation here. We can also put it here on our map. There we go. So now I'm going to catch up to this planet with this fly path, and I'm going to be on my way to LA. So let's go look a little bit outside the window. As you can see, we have the Vancouver airport, and this plane is quite nice actually to fly. Very similar to the X-Plane version you will see later in this video, but so far, I mean, it's fairly smooth. The transition was pretty easy for me. If you've learned how to play with the FMC and get a good program, I do tell you, get AFAS. It's a pretty nice program. Does require a little bit of tweaking, but I got it working. Let me show you here on my map. I'm just going to bring the map over. As you can see here, I got my plans and I got my route details here that I've entered previously, so I know exactly where I'm at. Just going to remove the auto zoom here, and you can zoom in. It's using OpenStreetMap, so it does helps a lot with the planning. The routes are not always right, but you can correct them. So we went over the ocean here, and we're already on our way. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to set up, and so I'll see you on the landing if I don't miss that one. I haven't really played that much, so hopefully I don't get it wrong. Alright, welcome to the second part of this video. So now we're in X-Plane, and we're in Ramzess Boeing 777-200R. So I'm using Pumper's texture, so this was an upgrade. There was some quite differences, including the autopilot disengage, and the textures are quite nice with the Pumpers. And so in X-Plane, you can't use the wheel mouse, but you have these little things you have to get used to, so you kind of have to go left to right. So it doesn't have all the little different sound, but it's actually quite detailed, and this is the work of just one person for 18 months to get this done, and it's quite a lot of details in here. Let's go look at the overhead panel. So I'm using the in-camera of X-Plane. I've set up some views, and so this is the overhead panel. Again, lots and lots of details and attention has been put into this plane. Alright, so we can turn that off and turn that off here, but you can see all the little buttons, and then you can open the little doors. It had that awkward things before that you have to lift up, so this is quite better. You can look here at the bottom. We have our third FFC, so let's just turn the radios. I haven't done that. There we go. We're not going to use ATC right now, but you can see here, the little switch, lots of details. There's no pop-ups for some of the screens, but it's actually quite nice. So let's go look at the FMC. It's got a nice and bright pop-up. I've already set up all my routes. So again, I'm on a vector. I'm on a catch into YVR. We can already see here the route I'm going to go through, so it should be fairly simple. I'm still using AFAS, so it's compatible with X-Plane also. So we're ready to go. I'm just going to take off the parking brake right here. I'm just going to accelerate in the same way we did in other video. But before we do that, actually, just let me put the parking brake on, and we can go look on the outside. So I don't have a livery, but it doesn't have the exact same amount of details. This is the plain Jane version of this plane, but if we it's actually quite nice. We can see like the jet stream effect here for the motor. I'm using Mesh HD version 3, and we're with Lua and SkyMax Pro. I'm just gonna turn off the weather here right now. So just give me a second here. I'm going to go to my second screen and enable the weather. And this will inject weather into the game in real time. Hopefully there's quite a few clouds here in Vancouver. I'm using the Sky Max Pro, so we can go back in the inside. Okay, we're going to remove here panel. I'm just going to take off in the same way we did before. Slowly accelerate. Let the plane and motor catch up here and just. Alright. Quite a smooth ride. Okay, so I'm already ready to go here. I'm just going to follow the flight director. There we go. Just going to the flap. There we go. We're already on autopilot. It's going to stabilize itself, and we can close that. And we can go look on the outside. Let's go take the. There we go, so we can see here. It's quite nice. The HD mesh, lots of details. You can see the mountain to the back. Run quite smooth even for the city. So now we're on our vector. I'm just gonna head back to YVR like we did before. So I'm just gonna do this. There we go. As you can see now, the plane will start turning toward our direction. There's quite a lot of details, even in the cabin. You can see, you know, it's quite a lot of work. We can actually go walk into the plane here. We'll just head down here while we're on autopilot. This is quite nice. Oops, the door is closed, so I'm just going to open up the door here. There we go. We can go look. This is beautiful. You know, the plane's flying itself, so we can take the time to relax. We can see, you know, there's even some of the flight attendant area has been set up. You can have first class here. Yeah, and so let's go see what it looks like if we were a passenger. There we go. I'm just going to go here. Yeah, it's quite a nice view actually, huh? And we can over the ocean, and yeah, it's quite great. I mean, there's a lot of details in there you can't see. So I hope this gives you like a great overview of what these two planes looks like. As you can see, we're catching up to our YVR, and yeah, and X-Plane is quite beautiful. I mean, it runs much better than on FSX. It uses modern hardware. As you can see, I can really enable the clouds. Active Skynex is not yet working for FS16 edition, but with Sky Max Pro, as you can see, lots of volumetric details. Get the cloud shadow, beautiful weather. You can see the shadows everywhere. Of course, this is autogen. I'm not using photo scenery, but you know, if you wanted to switch from FSX to X-Plane 10 and you know you like the 777, you know, this one is not quite the level of PMDG, but it's quite great. So hopefully I'll make some part 2 where I'm trying to land these planes without crashing. I only got these planes for about 2 weeks, so I'm not that great at it for landing, still learning the quirks. Hopefully you like this video and you watch if I make a next part. So see you guys.